I am on page 117 of the textbook, and we're looking at problem number 10. Which table of values corresponds to the function f of x equals 12x minus 20? Okay, this is a linear function, so I could eliminate anything that is not one-to-one in this case. And all of them, it looks like, are one-to-one. So I'm not going to be able to do a shortcut. So we're just going to approach this one like we did with that one on the previous page. I'm going to take the function f of x equals 12x minus 20, and I'm going to make a copy of that function so I don't have to keep writing it. And I'm going to let x be, in this first example, negative 44. And we're going to see if we get a negative 2 out. So 12 times negative 44 minus 20. 12 times 44 negative is negative 528. Minus 20 is negative 548. We were supposed to get a negative 2. So this is not the one. Okay, B, I'm going to bring that function back in, and we're going to try a negative 2 this time, and we should get negative 44 if this is the one. And so we have negative 24 minus 20, and that's negative 44. So it passed the first test. That still doesn't mean this is the answer, because it could fail the other 4 tests. But I like it so far. We'll come back to that one if we need to. All right, so this one, I'm going to try a 0. And that will be 12 times 0 minus 20. So 0 minus 20 is minus 20. And be careful on this one. It looks like a winner, but it's a positive 20 in this output. So that's not going to match up. This is not the one we want. And then finally, let's check. Oh goodness, what did I hit? I don't know what I did. Sorry. I was trying to paste it and I hit something. Okay, so this is f of negative 2. So 12 times negative 2, we've already done this once. That's negative 24 minus 20. That's negative 44, not negative 4. So this is not the answer we're looking for. So B is the answer. And I only had to check the first point in each one of those to know that. All right, number 11. The input represents the number of products a company makes for a month. The output of a function represents the profit a company will make that month. How much profit will the company make if they make 100 products? So we have the profit function, f of x, equals 2x squared plus 3x minus 80. And we are going to input 100 products. So 100 squared plus 3 times 100 minus 80. Well, 100 squared is a 1 and 4 zeros, so 10,000, plus 3 times 100 is 300, minus 80. 2 times 10,000 is 20,000, plus 300 minus 80. So this is 20,300. Subtract 80 is 20,220. So I like answer C for this one. As long as you know that input is X, you put in 100 and you've got your answer. And I really should be carrying that all the way down. All right, number 12. Which pair of points forms a line with a greater slope than the slope of the line shown? Well, let's get the slope of the line shown, and then we'll know. The slope of the line shown is 300 miles. Excuse me. How about 4 hours? 300 miles. And so let's reduce that to a unit rate because it passes the 0, 0 test. We can do that. So 300 divided by 4 is going to be 75 miles per hour. Okay, so that's our comparison, and we have 4 choices. So option A, I'm going to do slope formula. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 is 313 minus 153. That's 160 over 4. So that's 40 miles an hour. Then B, we have y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 is going to be 10 over 2, which is 5 miles an hour. And C, and it doesn't say miles an hour, I'm just assuming that since that's what our comparison is, but I probably shouldn't be assuming that. 55 minus 25, and then 6 minus 3. So 55 minus 25 is 30 over 3, and that would come up to be 10 for the slope. And then M equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. 410 minus 170 is 240. And 240 over 3 is 80. And we're looking for the one that is greater than 75. So I like answer D on this one. You mark it down here. So they're checking to see if we can do the slope. Ava threw a ball in the air and graphed its heights. Bill also threw a ball in the air and recorded its heights in a table. Which is true? Well, Ava threw the ball from 0, 0. It reached a maximum right there. So that is point 1, 2, 3.5 for the x value and 15 for the y value. So at 3.5 seconds, the height of Ava's ball was 15 feet. And on this one, we are going to need to find the maximum, which would be 18. So here is the maximum for Bill's ball, and it reached a maximum height of 18. And let's see if this is enough. We'll go from here. Ava threw her ball higher than Bill threw his. So this is saying that 15 is greater than 18. And that's not true. Bill threw his ball higher than Ava threw hers. That's saying that 18, the maximum, is greater than 15. I like that. but let's see. Ava and Bill threw their balls at the same height. So that would say 15 equals 18. That's not true. Bill didn't throw his ball as high as Ava threw hers. So this is saying that Bill is less than Ava. So 18 is less than 15. That is not true. So the true statement here is B, as in boy. All right, let me check these, and then we'll talk about that little grid at the bottom. Right, I'm already there. Number 10 is B. Number 11 is C. Number 12 is D. And number 13 is B. At the bottom of this page, it says to circle the items you missed. So, for example, if you miss questions 3 and 7, you would circle the 3 and you would circle the 7. The last column shows pages you can review to study the content covered in the question. Review those lessons in which you missed half or more of the questions. So if you missed half, you need to review it. Now, I would encourage you to review also if you miss less than 80%. So to find that number, let me show you how to do that, or how I would do that. You want to know 80%. That's 80 out of 100. And we had 13 questions. So solve the proportion. 80 times 13 is 1,040. Divide by 100, that's going to be 10.4. So if you got 11 questions right out of 13, you can say that you've mastered this lesson. If you got 10 or let's say less than 11 right, I would definitely go back and review. This doesn't mean you did poorly. Just means that I would go back and review the questions that you missed. But you can go back to the lessons in Schoology and they will show you the page numbers that you can look at. These are the textbook pages. All right, that brings us to the end of Chapter 6. I hope you've had fun with functions. I have. I've enjoyed this chapter, but I like math, so I hope that it wasn't unpleasant. Let me say it that way. And I hope to see you in another chapter if you need to study more in this textbook. Have a great day. Bye-bye.